That meant Gabe Davis had prolific numbers. Here's a 2nd and 11. And being flushed and flings it. And there is a first down catch by who else but Gabe Davis. 3rd and goal. Now rolling out. Buying time. And it's intercepted in the end zone. No, yes. Wow, back and forth they go. And the rookie first rounder, Kaiir Elam, comes away with it in that battle for the football.
Interception on his touchback.
Incredible numbers so far early in the season. That's their 12th takeaway. Came in tied for most in the league as Allen looks down the field. He's got an open target. It's Diggs stepping out near the 50.
You're seeing the next great rivalry for sure.
2nd and 10. In trouble. Somehow gets away and turns it into a gain. And he challenges Reed, who was already shaken up in this game. First down from the gun. They've had success with Singletary on first down, and they do again. Thornhill has hold of him, but he is carried by Singletary for additional yardage.
You know, obviously when everyone's healthy, McKenzie, Kumaro, they got Shakir, their 5th rounder, who's come on.
2nd and 5, and they are able to get to Mahomes. Only the 9th time he's been sacked this season, and they've got a lineman down in Joe Tooney.
But Tyreek Hill was the home run guy. You're going to leave one-on-one back there. They don't necessarily have that per se right now.
Here's a 2nd and 10, and look at him go down. There is Von Miller. Wow, did he get there quickly. Need to get to the 14 for a first. Allen fires it. It is caught by Gabe Davis to get him out of that jam. What a big first down that is. Allen, open, Diggs gets out of bounds. What a catch and an effort. Balancing act. Davis got one-on-one at the bottom here. Allen sees that one-on-one. He's going to him. It's Gabe Davis again for the touchdown.
You called it one-on-one on the bottom. They're coming after him. 23 on the outside, Williams, who we said with Fenton out, he was going to have a huge responsibility today. Jim, you called Davis on the side again.
Well, I don't know.
You called it like 3 times on Davis.
2nd and 11 from the 40. There's Knox, able to hold on after the hit from Thornhill. 2nd and 5 from the 17. Allen's hit his last 8 passes, looking for Diggs in the end zone. That's a touchdown for Buffalo. He beat the rookie, Joshua Williams, who starts today with Rashad Fenton out. And Allen was able to exploit that for a 17-yard score.
One-on-one against your 4th round Williams, who hasn't played nearly as much as the other guys.
3rd and 6.
Are you going to double Kelsey, or are you going to leave him one-on-one at the top of the screen?
Here's Mahomes. Got time. Now comes Miller to bring him down back at the 21-yard line. His 2nd sack of the game.
Oh, this is not good. You called it DiCaprio. The Titanic might be happening for Kansas City here.
Here comes Allen with the keep and the leap. Oh, what a run by Josh Allen.
I mean, he's an alien. I've been waiting for the quarterback power for quite some time. Quarterback to run, quarterback sneak, quarterback run up the middle, and he does the same thing right there to Reed that he did to sneak. This is huge for the end of the season, I'm telling you.
Here comes Allen. Looking long, throws to the end zone, and the ball is caught! Of all people, it's Dawson Knox. Oh, what a time for Dawson Knox. The light shines on those who come through adversity.
He's right down on the side, tells him, look at that. Josh Allen, move here, do this, and then strikes it. And that's where Hardman needs to develop. That would make things a lot easier for Mahomes, and he's going to have an opportunity at the end here.
1st and 10. Mahomes intercepted! And that's Taron Johnson with the theft.
Unbelievable. Make many mistakes in clutch situations. That's one he wants back.
Mahomes was trying to connect with the rookie, Sky Moore. And you're right, Taron Johnson read it, jumped it, took it, and may have iced it. Give me the math on this with 51 seconds and 2 Kansas City timeouts.
It's going to be really difficult to get this ball back.